Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim, and this video is going to be another camp tour video of my brand new camp called Gone Fishing. So the location of this camp is right here. You're just a little further up from Camden Park. It's a nice area to build. I find it's not as easy as you think to kind of build out into the Ohio River, because a lot of times the game just won't let you go any further, okay? And I really wanted my camp up here at Deathclaw Island or close to it, but the build area wouldn't reach out past too much further from the shoreline. I was a little disappointed in that. And even up here, I was kind of shocked, but this is a little random encounter area. Didn't really want it up there anyway. But right down here worked out quite well. Mostly because it's like a little cove area. We had that little peninsula on the other side, and I was able to place my camp, little object over there, and kind of build out from there. And surprisingly enough, it was actually easier than I thought it was going to be to build this out. Now, as you can see, there's a couple prefabs here. We have the houseboat, which is on the current Season 21 Season Pass. Let's take a look at that real quick. It'll be on bonus page 1. And this is what I was kind of waiting for. I kind of had it built for a little bit here, just kind of adding stuff here and there. But I just reached level 100 just the other day. I was able to get this houseboat. I believe it was 200 tickets available for everyone. And it was a lot easier to place down than I thought. I really highly recommend it. Now, don't get that confused with the survival tent. It's something totally different. I do have a separate kind of video on that bad boy, so you can check that out if you so wish. But yeah, placing those down in the water, I was surprised how easy it was, and it's not really shallow there either. And yeah, I was very happy with it. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff on the current Season 21 Season Pass. I have a lot of older stuff I've collected over the years as well. And yeah, the camp budget is almost maxed out on this one. Just saying. But we'll take a look at that here. You'll see here very shortly. All right, so let's get in here and let's take a look at the build menu here real quick. Top right hand corner, as you can see our camp budget, we are almost maxed right out. I would say we're about 95%. All right, so we have these little pavilions here. I've had these for, I think we got these a couple seasons ago. This is absolutely perfect for this type of build. It looks absolutely fantastic. It looks kind of worn and withered down from the water, etc. Has like little salt deposits on it. This is absolutely fantastic. Of course, you have these chairs here. A lot of the stuff is from the current Season 21 Season Pass. A couple skeletons here as well. You have a little ukulele there. You have a little cream hammock. There's some random stuff here. So this particular houseboat here is dedicated to the ghouls. Of course, my character is a ghoul. And at this one spot I can kind of go to. I can get my rads without having to go around the map. I can just kind of sit here and grab some rads if I wish, and other ghouls can come by and do the same thing. And we also have our toxic ghoul cooler there. Still kind of collecting. And as you guys know, lately when I've been building my camps, I've been trying to make them as functional as possible, not only for myself, but for other people visiting the camp, such as ghouls and everyone else kind of deal. So everything's just in their own little area kind of deal. And of course, all the decorations associated with that, try to make it as appealing as possible. I did have to put a large box generator out there just because the fusion generator inside just wasn't reaching out here, and I didn't want to run a bunch of cables, so I just kind of put that box generator out there, but you can't see it from the highway anyway. We have these other lights here, but that's one thing I like about these little pavilion sets. You have the railing, and then you have the open section. So I just like these little docks going on, right? Of course, we have the artificial turf floor going on. These bottles are pretty cool. This is in the brand new Season 21 Season Pass, and I've been waiting for a long time for these bad boys. I'm telling you, I'm so happy that they were able to make them available and just kind of place them wherever you want. We have a little dumpster collector there, of course. Now, this particular houseboat there, he's dedicated more so for the chemistry workbench, fermenter, and the brewing station. Boy, the old frogs there, crickets, are really getting loud, aren't they? Wow. Bunch of other fridges, Nuka Shine kegs, etc. in here. A little bit of an experimental kind of area here. All right, so everything's all right here. So what I'm doing, my daily, weekly challenges, or somebody popping by, they can pretty much stand in one spot. and just kind of go and be able to touch each one. And that's what I try to aim for when I'm making these kind of builds, functionality. Of course, we have our Sacred Mothman Tomb for our XP. We have our cannery, brand new to us, pretty cool. Of course, we have our punch card machine, nice, easy access to a shelter for visit players' shelters for that daily, weekly challenge. I thought I'd kind of throw these Christmas lights on, kind of make them blink, pretty cool. Looks absolutely fantastic. We have these hooks, just random hooks, just kind of, you can barely see them in the background, but the hooks look pretty good. Nice little ice cooler there, cigarette machine, a little ashtray there just in case. And some other wall decor from the Season 21 Season Pass, milk machine, Nuka-Cola machine. Cooler, we got a little chummer there. And a little cooler, and I have these little lily pads sticked out here. We have our fish trap right there. You just kind of walk, you don't have to jump, you just kind of walk from each. And once when this gets going, I'll have the, I think it's the Nuka or one of the other weather stations here. And that way there I'll make it maybe catch some rare fish or whatever for myself and other people. Of course, I put that buoy out there, that's pretty sharp. And you just kind of stand here, just fish right off of this without, you know, sinking down into the water. Got some more wall decor up there. Those fish nets and those buoys, like the bigger ones, they were very hard to place. They can't place them over windows, and I couldn't place them anywhere along here, only the smaller versions. So they're more so suited for the larger full walls. Just an FYI, you guys are wondering about those. Get up here, and again, you don't have to jump or anything. You just kind of plop down and, you know, plop back up, kind of deal. All right, let's head inside here. All right, so this is the vendor area. He closed the door here. We got some vendors right here, 3 of them in total. We got some wall decor kind of going on there, pretty sharp. Some water coolers unlocked, of course, for people stopping by for collect or drink purified water. It's available to them. They have their stash box, ammo box, and a scrap box. So a person can just kind of come here. You know, the people like to kind of get it out as fast as possible. And they think, hey, I need something for my stash, or they have it all right here. They can just stand in one spot, right? Just functionality. And we've had these surfboards for a little while, and I've never actually used them in any one of my camps. And I thought, this is the perfect spot to use these surfboards here. And they just kind of stand there, different variations. Looks absolutely fantastic in here. Now, this is our crafting area. We have our armor workbench. We have our cooking station. We have our tinker's workbench. We got our own scrap box and ammo box here. Stash box right here. That's a pretty nice little stash box. And the weapons workbench, and got some lights here. It gets pretty dark in here, so got some curtains there as well. Tattered curtains, some more water coolers. All right, let's head upstairs here. Again, this is where all the camp resources are, or the majority of them are. Of course, I do daily, weekly challenges. I like to kind of include old-fashioned ways of getting things, right, and crafting things, but I also like to kind of show off, you know, faster, quicker, easier ways by using camp resources. You guys know I'm a huge fan. Doesn't matter what the cost, I'll pay for it, even this little bad boy here. But we have, you know, this is our fusion box generator right here, and he powers most of the camp up. And we have our clear weather station right now. As you can see, the main things I have locked up more so when I do the daily challenges that are available at my fingertips, like they're not empty, so I can just show people. We have all these windows open here, looks pretty sharp. They have the shutters on them. And everything just kind of fits in here just perfectly. I couldn't have asked for it any little better. And then it took me quicker than I thought to kind of set this up. I was actually kind of shocked. I was more or less just kind of waiting for that little houseboat. And if we head out back here, again, nice little area here. We have this brand new Poseidon arm wrestle machine. We have another variation. This is just a reskin of that bad boy. We have some more camp resources out here. A couple fishing nets. There's our Collectron. More camp resources, and it's actually quite nice. A person can just kind of fish out here if they wish, but I do find it gets really dark back here, so I do have a bunch of these lights set up with some small generators. There's our little dirty pond, did a review on that. More camp resources, some red steak and Thrasher field dressing station. This hanging dolphin or whatever it is, pretty mean looking dolphin, I don't know. A bunch of fishing nets up here so they can kind of see it from the road, pretty sharp. Pretty nice. There's our little camp right down there. Camp station. Let's get up on the roof here. So I was trying to figure out their old Nessie here. Of course, that's right in the Season 21 Season Pass. Let's take a look at that real quick here. And I believe this is on bonus page 1 as well. Yeah, right there. Oops. And I thought he was maybe 140, 150 tickets. But yeah, I was going to put him in the water. He does go in the water easy enough, to be honest. But I thought, you know what, let's put it right on top of the building. And that could be like a little mascot there. Of course, we have our Gone Fishing neon sign, pretty sharp, pretty awesome. And I needed to raise this little section here because we have the brewing vat. And if we use the larger weather station, it just doesn't fit down there. So I had to kind of bump this up a little bit and use some half walls. But that was easily done there, pretty sharp. But yeah, you just get a nice little commanding view of the area. Really nice up here. And that little boat out there, that's just part of the game, as well as that bottle. And that, of course, came from the Cannibal bottling plant there. I was going to kind of build this out there, but it was too close to that bottle, and I just thought it was too weird looking. But I like the way everything just kind of fits in here. Get that little boat out there. There's actually Fancy Lad snack cakes out in the boat if you're looking for Eat a Cake, Pirate Candy. There's one sitting down there. Yeah, of course, more decorations, more shutters, just, you know, really basic building kits here, but it works. It just definitely works for what we have going on here. And again, lots of camp-themed items that I've had for quite some time and ones I've recently got. And you can actually access the vendings from out here through this window. Right, so that's pretty sharp as well. Usually some people didn't know that. I wonder why this door won't close. Oh, that's why. Hitting the water cooler chip. That's what's going on there, bud. Yeah, I've been waiting to use this wet floor side for quite some time, and we definitely found a little spot for it. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one here. Is definitely a keeper. The last, I would say, maybe 4 or 5 builds we've built here on the channel, I would say they're keepers for sure. Again, I have all 10 slots, so again, I think the next build will be a Halloween-themed build, and I have most things kind of ready for that, but of course, that'll be closer to the fall, October, and, but yeah, looks pretty nice. I really like how that old Nessie there is on top of the building. I think that really makes it for me, and these houseboats just fit in there just perfectly. So, you know, if they were able to run, they could just kind of pop out to that buoy and they come back in. Yeah, pretty awesome. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Does it inspire you to build a camp, something like it? Let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members: Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew Andrew, Confoundedbridge, Waywarner, John DJ59, Picquerist, Gwen Trutnau, Tony Watson, FelixTheKat. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.